Live from WLNS TV, this is 6 News at 6.
But it's my fault my son's dead. It's no one else's but mine. I was the parent on duty, and I failed my son.
Gut-wrenching words spoken by a mother who is still grieving, heartbroken over the loss of her 3-year-old son, who died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. It's been nearly 4 years since that tragic day, and for the first time, Melissa Easter and her husband Mark speak publicly about their painful ordeal, and they hope that by sharing their devastating story, you'll understand why it can happen to anyone.
You know, like I said, there's not a day that doesn't go by that I don't think about them. Not an hour that doesn't go by that I don't think about them.
The pain is so real for Mark and Melissa Easter. They live their lives hour by hour waiting for the heartache to end, knowing it never will. Their youngest child, Michael, was just 3 years old when the unthinkable happened. It's a day that changed their lives forever.
I noticed Michael wasn't in here, and as I was walking around the corner, I heard the gunshot. I honestly first thought it hit me. I don't know why. I just remember my chest just hurt. I think it was my heart dropping of, oh my God. And then I immediately ran into the room because I saw him on the floor. Actually, I saw him fall, and I tried to do everything I could. And I remember thinking in my head, at the same time, I've got to be a mom, and I slammed the door shut. And the girls are trying to get in. I'm like, no, call you dad, get my cell phone.
I was 2 minutes down the road. You know, I turned around and came back, you know, to find that, you know, and like I said, our daughter was coming off the porch afraid that I was going to kill myself because, you know, her brother just died.
Mark's loaded gun sat on top of a tall bedroom dresser. How Michael got it is unclear, but the gun went off, ending the curious 3-year-old's life, completely shattering this family's world.
I lost my son, and what more could you do to me, you know, than that? There's no worse punishment, you know, than that. We beat ourselves up. You know, there isn't a day that doesn't go by. There isn't an hour that doesn't go by that I don't think about him. And instead of spending birthdays at, you know, somewhere at a Chuck E. Cheese or a friend's house or having parties, we'll be going to the cemetery tomorrow. You know, that's how we celebrate our son's birthday. You know, for a 3-minute mistake, you know, that cost us everything.
Both Mark and Melissa wish every day that they could turn back the hands of time to reverse this tragedy. And what makes the reality even more difficult is that Mark Easter is also Deputy Easter, a 17-year veteran of the Jackson County Sheriff's Department.
I have other law enforcement friends that says, you know, by the grace of God, you know, it wasn't me. It could have easily been me at any time.
So even with the father as a deputy and Michael wanting to follow in his father's footsteps, it wasn't enough to keep him out of harm's way.
You can ask a child. Every child knows if you have a gun, especially little boys, they know. They know they're there, and
hiding them and putting them up high or anything else like that isn't.
It's a ticking time bomb.
The Easter family is not alone in this tragedy. According to the Associated Press, statistics tracked by the Gun Violence Archive from 2014 through June of this year show accidental shootings involving minors spike near the age of 3 and then again between 15 and 16. These accidental shootings seem to happen when a kid finds an unsecured gun at home, like Michael did. And in a matter of minutes, a mother's hopes and dreams for her son are lost forever.
It was just so quick, and that's how it is in life. It's quick, you know, and now I get to live with that the rest of my life, and, you know, I always just, it hurts.
Days after Michael was killed, Mark Easter says as a way to protect his family and prevent something like this from ever happening again, he bought a gun safe.
You know, when I went to pay for it, I knew that $100 for the safe that it cost me, you know, I could have prevented my sons from dying, and that will haunt me. That's a cross that I got to bear. You know, I always thought the threat was going to come from outside, inside, and not from inside out, you know, and, you know, it is. The threat is in your home.
And now this family speaks of time as either before Michael or after Michael.
It's been almost 4 years, and it doesn't get any easier. But it was something so simple that could have saved his life.
We think it's important enough, you know, to tell people our story that, listen, it doesn't take long, you know, it can happen in a blink of a minute. It will shatter your life. Your life will never be the same, and it could easily be avoidable.
As Melissa and Mark wipe away their tears, they realize how a matter of seconds has left them to endure a lifetime of heartache.
Trade my place in a heartbeat. You know, if I could bring my son back right now, you know, even for a minute, you know, you see those Facebook posts, you know, what would you do or who would you talk to on a park bench if you had 5 more minutes? And I'd just like to hug them and tell them I love them. I know. And I'm sorry.
I know, it's a tough one. You know, we're very sorry for the Easter family's loss, and we really appreciate their bravery for sharing their story with us. And I know that stories are really hard to hear, stories like this one, but these types of tragedies, they're preventable if people store their guns responsibly. Right. It just takes just a few seconds to unload a gun and then secure it with a gun lock, like this one.
Right.
And if you put this on an empty gun, Jane, that gun will not fire.
Isn't that amazing? Okay, and the reason we do these stories,
Yes.
and first of all, God bless this family for sharing this story.
Right.
I can't imagine what they've gone through, but you just saved a life. I'm telling you, they did.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We're so appreciative.
And we want to thank them, and we want to thank you for watching. We apologize, but you know, I bet you're doing this
That's
at
right.
home too.
I know.
But
I've done it every time I watch.
that's the first time I've seen it. I can't imagine.
No.
Wonderful job. But okay, the important thing is about this is that these gun locks are going to be available, and this is why we're doing the Safety for You special and this month for a reason, because we want to be there for you, and we want to save lives and make lives healthier and happier. And you know, coming up Friday, and we are inviting all our friends in the Jackson area. Join us at Lowe's on Boardman Road in Jackson beginning at 11 in the morning, because the first 500 people in line can take home life-saving gadgets like these gun locks, child safety kits, also smoke alarms and water filters, and that's while the supplies last. And as we've been saying this, it's just one more way we really are here for you.
This is Weather First from Storm Tracker 6, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people.
Oh, I just got to say, as we're getting into weather, what an incredible, powerful story there from Sherry, and definitely going to save some lives. Well, kind of switching gears and talking weather tonight. Obviously, we're out live. We're at the Christmas tree lighting ceremony here at Delhi Township. We are at the Veterans Memorial Gardens, which is off Aurelius Road in Holt. Going to take place at 6:30 tonight. So if you want to come down, better do so and wear a thick jacket, because it is cold out here this evening. Let's take a look at the satellite and radar, which shows we've got the potential at least for a few rain and snow showers out there this evening. I thought I saw a flake a minute ago, but not much happening active rain or snow wise. Area of low pressure is off the west. That's funneling in colder air as I speak, because it has gotten progressively colder as we've been out here this evening. So we take a look out tonight. It is a overall quiet weather night on our Skyview network, our WLNS tower cam. I think the biggest thing I noticed out here live is the breezy conditions. The live conditions right now, winds gusting to around 15 miles per hour, so temperature in the lower 40s, so it's not terribly cold, but again, cold enough for a coat. As we check out the Jackson cam, current temperature sitting in the lower 40s as well. Peak wind over 20 miles per hour, so a little bit breezy. Final stop on our Grand Ledge Tower cam, where we've got cloudy skies, relatively precipitation free other than a spotty sprinkle or a snow flurry. Temperatures in the low 40s and winds again gusting to around 15 miles per hour. So we check out area temperatures this evening. They are chilly. Valley sitting in the lower 40s, but everyone above freezing, and we'll stay above freezing tonight. So even if we get some snow showers, I don't anticipate any major problems on any area roadways. It is a little colder to the north and northwest, but it could certainly be a lot colder this time of the year, so nothing exceptionally cold out there, nothing record-setting on the way. So we look at precision counts. We'll take you through the overnight hours into tomorrow morning. A snow shower or a rain shower possible, and I suspect as we get towards midnight, 1, 2 in the morning, it's cold enough for primarily snow showers. So if we see anything tomorrow morning, snow shower. As we head through the day, temperatures warm into the lower 40s, so that would mean maybe warm enough for just a rain shower out there if we see anything at all. There's not a lot of precipitation. So we move from Thursday into Friday. The overall setup doesn't change a whole lot. That area of low pressure will slide a little further north and east, but I think still there could be a spotty snow shower or flurry out there on Friday morning. And then as we move into Friday afternoon, perhaps it warms up enough that it's a sprinkle or rain shower as opposed to a snow shower. But just the difference between the overnight lows and the daytime highs, just enough variance there to give you the snow shower versus a rain shower. As we move into Saturday, we're watching a lot of moisture gathering across Texas. Odds are, it looks like on Sunday, some of that moves in our direction to give us a chance for a little bit of light rain or light snow, but not a major precipitation event. So in the meantime, on Saturday, things looking okay, dry weather, but getting progressively colder. So check out the forecast then for tonight. Look for low temperatures dipping into the mid-30s with a rain or snow shower possible. The important thing there is above the freezing mark and above our average low of 28 degrees. Tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock, 36 degrees is where we'll start it. So we head through the day, it will be quite breezy tomorrow, so it's going to feel fairly chilly. Temperatures in the low 40s, winds around 15 to 20, maybe 25 miles per hour, so wind chills in the lower 30s. Tomorrow afternoon's highs kind of hover in the lower 40s through 4 o'clock. Then as we look at the 6-day forecast, overall temperatures don't change a lot, but it does get a little bit cooler as we head into the weekend. Saturday and Sunday in particular, highs drifting back into the upper 30s to around 40. And there's that chance for a little light wintry mix as we head into Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. No major issues out there. Traffic tracker this afternoon, no major accidents on the scene, so we'll zoom in. In fact, we'll take you in across Holt because that's where we are this afternoon for the Christmas tree lighting ceremony, and mainly green on the area roadway. So if you're going to come out, the traffic should cooperate just fine for you. So they're going to light the tree here starting up at around 6:30 this evening. We'll be here for that, and I will see you tonight at 11 o'clock. And again, Sherry, what a fantastic story, and I know that such a tragedy, that's going to save some lives. I just wanted to say what a wonderful story that was, or tragic story, but I'm so glad that you told it, and I know it's going to make a difference.
Absolutely, David. Thank you.
David, thank you.
Well, we are on the scene of developing news in Lansing right now for you. There is a heavy police presence in the 1500 block of Hillcrest. That's right on the south side of town, just east of MLK. And this situation has been going on for about an hour and a half now. Our crew is actually being kept back as officers check out the area with tracking dogs. And we are working to learn more about what's happening. We'll keep you updated as soon as the details come in.
And we still have lots of news ahead for you tonight. Coming up next, police bust a meth lab just blocks away from our state's capital. You'll hear reaction from the owners of a business right next door to where those drugs were discovered. Stay with us.
Welcome back. What do you picture when you think about a meth lab and what it looks like?
Well, you might think of a rundown house or a shack out in the woods, but police say they found a meth lab in the middle of downtown Lansing yesterday, just blocks away from our state capitol.
Well, it happened yesterday around 2:30 in the afternoon in the 400 block of South Washington Square. That's just above Barbarette's Barbershop. Arlisha Bergio spent the day getting updates from police and talking to the family who owns that barbershop, and she's here for you now with the latest.
A shocking scene unfolded in downtown Lansing Tuesday as police discovered a meth lab.
Anytime that you're dealing with a suspected meth lab in operation, it's a very hazardous situation.
The location of the bust forced local businesses, including Barbarette's, to shut down temporarily. And while it is back open today, Ruth Ann Campos says she's worried about lasting damage.
What is this aftermath that we are going to have to deal with as businesses?
Campos says she thought something suspicious was happening above her barbershop and reported it to the police.
We saw all the activity of the people in and out. Being inside, you hear everything that happens upstairs, the smells.
But John Addis, the owner of Adventures in New Media next door, says he's stunned to hear a meth lab was operating downtown with so many people around.
We were all shocked to have that kind of adventure in front of our place. Yeah, not a good look for the city.
And though the lab has been cleaned up now, both Campos and Addis fear this could keep customers away.
As soon as somebody sees our business name, they see that word, they assume it's all combined. We're just renters. We don't own the building. We don't occupy the apartments upstairs, or do we have anything to do with anybody other than who is in our section of the building.
Here for you in Lansing, Alicia Bergio, 6 News.
Alicia, thanks. And police have not made any arrests tonight, but they do say they have one person of interest in this case. So stay with 6 News. We will be here for you with updates as this story unfolds.
And Fred's in next with sports. He's talking about an historic basketball program in Lansing with a brand new coach. You're going to hear from him up next. Thanks for watching 6 News.
This is 6 Sports.
Well, Michigan State's basketball team 4-0 against non-ranked opponents, but now 0-4 against ranked opponents after last night's loss to 5th-ranked Duke at Cameron Indoor. And really, this whole game came down to about a 4-minute stretch early in the second half, and that little stretch had Tom Izzo's blood boiling. The game was tied at the half. Then for the first 20 minutes and most of the second half, the Spartans went toe-to-toe with the Blue Devils, but that 4-minute stretch early in the second doomed MSU. Duke went on a 9-0 run, and the Spartans could never recover. Matt McQuaid did hit a 3 with just over 10 minutes left in the game to cut the lead to 6, but that's as close as MSU would get. Duke wins 78-69. Mike Krzyzewski now 10-1 against Tom Izzo, and Michigan State is 4-4.
If I look on a positive, there's 35, 34 minutes of pretty good basketball. And, I mean, we're getting better, but, we got to learn how to win now. And some of our freshmen got to learn how to play harder. And that's going to be part of the deal that everybody else is going through, too. It's just that we got a lot of them in there at a lot of time.
Spartans home Saturday against Oral Roberts. The girls' high school basketball season opened last night for a number of mid-Michigan teams, and the boys' season opens next week. The Lansing Sexton Big Reds will play at Holt a week from Friday, and that will mark the coaching debut of one-time Sexton player Otis Davis. Davis, no spring chicken. He's 72 years old, but looks great, works out every day, and has the energy of a spring chicken. He wants to bring Sexton basketball back to where it used to be when he played there. He takes over for Carlton Valentine, who put his stamp on the program. Big Reds were down last year, and the new coach has seen enough. Why at age 72 did he take this job?
I went to Sexton, and while I was here, we won 2 state championships. And I hate to see Sexton losing to teams like Grand Ledge and East Lansing, teams that we used to dominate when I was in high school. So I decided to come back and try to help the school out and bring it back to where I think it should be.
Coach Davis, he's a really good guy. So everybody gelled with him immediately. So there wasn't really a chemistry issue.
Is there any pressure on your end to fill Carlton's shoes?
No, he's an excellent coach. He's won 2 state championships, so that's great. And so did I as a player. But no, it has nothing to do with him. He's did a great job here. So far, we're undefeated. We haven't played a game yet, but we're undefeated. But I expect to win every quarter and every game.
All right, good for him. Jennison Fieldhouse will be buzzing this weekend. Michigan State will host the first 2 rounds of the NCAA volleyball tournament. The top 3 seeds in the country, all from the Big Ten. MSU plays Friday night against Fairfield.
We've been battling all year long, and I think that's something that really will help our team going forward in the sense that, you've really had to work on your game in order to seize the moment, really make sure that you're strengthening weaknesses throughout the year. We're thrilled to be at home, but we know we've got a lot of work in front of us with Fairfield.
More at 11. Jane's back to wrap it up right after this.
Well, lots of folks out here now for the Christmas tree lighting ceremony, the Delhi Township Christmas tree lighting ceremony. And here in Holt, our 6-day forecast looking Christmas-like, I suppose. Temperature's certainly a lot cooler out there, topping out in the low to mid-40s over the next few days. Chance of a few rain and snow showers. We'll watch Sunday, but that system looks weak. Upper 30s for highs with a little bit of light rain or snow and then some rain showers as we head into next Tuesday. So things about to kick off here at 6:30. We'll continue to have a report reports here from you, and another update for you tonight at 11 o'clock. Jane?
Just in time getting us in the holiday spirit with that weather there coming in tomorrow, December 1.
And I haven't seen you as touched by a story, but sure, I guess it's a good night to remind you to hug somebody you love tonight.
Always hug somebody you love every night. And Sherry just ran out at another story. Please watch her tonight for 6 News at 11. And thanks so much for tuning in tonight. And of
I'm
course,
on too.
And okay, Fred is, and David, everybody, the whole gang. We'll see you soon.
Good night.